go.
I'm nervous.
Fucking go. Here we go. Cody and Cheryl better go home. Suny and Sasha better go home. Y'all nervous as me?
Yes, I am.
Y'all making me nervous.
Shit, here we go.
The first couple who's dancing in the finale is
JoJo and Jenna.
JoJo and Jenna.
Yes.
How we do that?
Come on, Iman.
Watch Cody and.
It's gonna be Amanda.
I'm dying.
Who made it? Who made it?
No, he made final.
Oh, Iman.
Amanda, come on. I mean, Melora. Say Melora.
No, Melora.
It's gonna be Amanda though.
Well, Iman in there.
I'm lighting their ass up.
Iman and JoJo.
I'm lighting them the fuck up.
I'm getting ready to do it. I'm getting ready to do it.
Nah,
Bye,
fuck
Melora. Bye. It's been nice.
bullshit, bro. Like what? Are you fucking for real, man? Fuck all y'all Peloton motherfuckers. Like fuck all.
Where are
Of judges' scores and viewers.
Oh my, are you serious?
The couple at the very bottom
Bye, Melora.
Oh, this pisses me off.
is
Who was it?
Melora?
I knew it was my auntie. No, I'm gonna be nasty tonight.
Bullshit.
Not
I'm
my
nasty.
auntie.
I'm nasty.
Not my
Now-
auntie. They just
Now
do too
Suny
much
gotta go.
already.
Now Suny gotta go.
He's going,
Now
but
Suny
that's
gotta go. I'll
bullshit.
take Amanda.
Suni is going. Suni's going.
Tony's going, but that's bullshit. Melora should not have went home over Cody.
Cody should have went home. And at this point,
this time.
I'm getting nasty. Hold up.
Bullshit.
Wait.
Verdict.
But Amanda ain't getting the votes like we thought she was. It's Iman and JoJo in the top two.
yeah, those are the two.
Oh Lord, here comes Carrie in.
Cody, bro.
In the final.
Carrie Ann, don't, she ain't gonna be gone. She ain't gonna send Amanda home, their friends.
Incredibly well. But I expect you to
Suny go home. Suny go home. Okay.
Kid, shut up. You like a whole second or two in front of us.
Yeah. Okay.
It is now time for you, Derek. Which couple
can't
would
believe
you
this
like
shit.
to save and see in the finale?
Shout out to Mallory and Artem. Mallory, you were phenomenal.
In
No,
the
y'all
final.
set her up. Shut up. Y'all
This was
set
a
her
fail
up.
setup for her.
Black ass song that they had for the contemporary.
This amazing.
Thunder.
That shit was whack.
This is best competition. This is a tough one. Honestly, I'm pretty shocked that both of you are.
Hurry the fuck up, Derek.
For the couple
He be-
Amanda and Alan.
Thank you, Derek.
Amanda and Alex. So we have
Bye, Suni.
It's about time.
Bye, Sunisa. Miss
Stop.
you.
I'm gonna say, Rose, what you called Suny in the chat earlier?
Off her face. What did you call? I don't even want to say
She
it.
called
I
her
didn't call
sushi.
her.
She called her sushi. You ain't bring up
It
a
was
tweet? I mean,
auto. It was auto correct.
It was autocorrect.
We don't need no.
All right. Let's go.
Right, he's
Say
trying
where
to
you
get me canceled.
Say where you at?
Nah, I'm trying to get you canceled off the phone.
Hold on.
Hey.
Ooh, how we end? Hold on. My parents talking about something. My dad be straight trolling me. He said a shit final with Suny and Melora out rigged. And he's basically saying that shit about Suny just to get under my skin. But okay. So we are here, as you know, as usual. We are here for the semifinals of this season. And did we get an open? Oh yeah, the opening. The opening, what y'all think about Tyra marching on out there to Savage? So tone deaf. I'm like, she's so tone deaf. It's like, I swear she's either trolling the fans or she's just so tone deaf that she don't realize people don't care about you stomping down that down that stage.
I think she's trolling.
Might be.
He has to know.
She was.
She just don't give a fuck. But here we go. So we're gonna start off with Cody and Cheryl dancing a salsa. And I'll start it off because these two right here and they're fucking fans. Y'all gonna have to see me because
they're coming out of thin air. They're coming out of thin air. Like, where are y'all coming from?
The fact that y'all got y'all's sorry ass, dancing ass. Shut up, I'm talking. Half ass motherfucking Cody in the final for not even dancing well. Like he's dancing worse. His dancing tonight in that salsa was on damn near on the same level as Martin's at the beginning of the season. And I'm dead serious. Sue me if you want to. Cheryl was looking a mess too. Cheryl was dancing like she ain't never danced before in her life, which is it's so terrible for me because I love Cheryl. Cheryl was probably the first. She was probably the first pro when I watched this. I started watching the show like back in 2006, like when I was a kid with my mom. She was the first one that stood out to me because I think at the time she was the only one of color on the show. Like she was the Filipino girl. There was no black people on there. There was no Hispanic people on there. So she was the only one of color. So obviously she's the one that stood out. She's lost every bit of touch that she had coming onto the show. She looked a hot ass mess. Like, I don't know what the fuck she was doing. She wasn't even completing her own moves. The choreography was all right. It was probably her best choreography for the season. But that was straight garbage, straight trash. Somebody else say something before we get to these scores, because I'm gonna light it up.
Okay. You said everything we all probably wanted to say.
No, okay, I'm gonna be fair.
Really?
Now Martin.
He barely moved. Cheryl did everything. Tell me he did something.
Martin.
Tell me he did something.
He looked a little lost. He looked a lot of lost. I don't think he really knew the steps. I don't know what was going on. It was bad, and it's time. I don't even know what to say anymore. It's not gonna get better. So
it's not gonna get better. There still is a lose either way. Like
flat-footed,
it's drastically declining, low key. Somewhat.
I don't want him to do well, so I don't care. Moving on.
He was flat-footed the whole day. He was flat-footed, had no rhythm, had no hip action at all. Yeah. Like the shit was sloppy. He fucked up the little arm turn they was doing. And it, like I said, Cheryl, she didn't even finish her own moves. And I'm like, what are y'all doing? Like, this is supposed to be a semifinal routine.
They're just wasting time.
Like it should have been. That looked like something that didn't even qualify for week one, really, to me. Especially when you are, this is what I'm saying, like, maybe it's bad that we coming in thinking of him as a dancer, because he danced for somebody professionally. I don't know who it was, but I see it all up and through Twitter. Like, all the fans be talking about how he used to dance. You could have fooled me.
Oh, no.
Right. Rose, what you got to say? Because I know you on the same page as me.
I'm got nothing to say. It was trash.
Hey.
She's saving her energy for later.
Shit. Then Peloton fans gonna drag me for life.
Who cares? David, no, I have another thing to say. Stop mentioning Cody in the same sentence as, because last week I had to fight for Iman because they were sitting up here trying to set him up when, no, we're not going to do that. Cody fans, stop trying to reach and make them a moment. They're not a moment. They've never been.
They're brand. They're more bland than Suny and Sasha.
Thanks.
Yeah, it's worse than Suny and Sasha. And you know how I feel about Sasha. So.
No, for real. At least Suny can dance a little bit.
Yeah.
But scores, I'll start. My score was a 4. What's next?
Mine was a 3.
A 5.
Yeah, that shit was terrible. Like, let's keep it real. Like, that was not a 7. It was not an 8. It was not even a 6. Like, get up out of here. Y'all ready to move on? All right, so we're gonna move on to Melora and Artem. Melora had a rumba. First thing I noticed straight off the gate, like that opening that she had where she kind of had like a little solo moment where she was doing her turns and stuff. And then she was hitting every line perfectly. She had turned out feet. Like, she was hitting every line equal to what Artem was doing. And I'm like, Melora is that girl. For her to be, well, she's that woman. She's seasoned. She ain't no girl. But she was killing it. Like, I was very impressed. What y'all think?
I'm like, I love her. It was so good. Carrie Ann, she needs to be ashamed of herself. You
Carrie
gonna sit
Ann
here
needs
and critique.
therapy.
What she give
She
her?
gonna sit here and critique
Hey.
Melora over Cody. Cody is right there. He's right there.
Before we get,
So
look,
what is
Oh,
you
yeah,
talking about?
let's break that up because
I
how
forgot
you
to say
want
that score. He got straight 9s across the board for that.
Yeah.
Well,
And
no,
then she's gonna give Melora
No, he
an
didn't.
A.
He got 3 9s and an 8 from Derek.
Derek gave it an 8.
He got an A.
Yeah, Derek gave it an 8.
Oh, good.
Oh, well,
No, but even that's not enough.
but okay, but yeah,
How dare she give Melora an 8 and then give Cody a 9 and think that we supposed to
I
take
had
you
questions
serious?
about that because I'm like, you scored her the lowest out of everyone there when Cody's standing right there.
Thank you. Melora was one of the Melora was one of the top technical dancers. If we're gonna be real, she was a very good technical dancer, and they tried to set her up this episode. All of a sudden, they don't like her. They gave her perfect scores last week, and now they don't like her. No, I'm not feeling it. They set my sister up. No.
and she did. I mean, she did not mess up at all in that dance at all.
Mm-mm.
And Carrie Ann claimed she docked a point due to the lift, but like you docked 2 points. And I don't even think I saw a lift. Did y'all see a lift?
No,
I didn't see
I
it.
think I'll lift.
it's in her head again. Okay, so no, I'm done with her. She really pissed me off.
Well, they got 8, 10, 9, 9, 36 out of 40. What would y'all give that as a score?
I gave it a 10.
That's a 9.
Okay. Rose. What you talking?
I gave it a.
Get it out.
Oh.
Come for me. I gave it an 8, but I don't agree with Carrie.
Oh,
my God.
I'm coming for everybody this week. Nobody's safe.
Oh
damn.
my God.
Me and Lily on the same page. That was a 10 for me.
Hey, she did everything right. Please don't come
Everything
at
right.
my sister. Please
Everything.
don't.
Oh no, she comes to everyone this week. I'm sure for what she gonna say about Iman. Oh my
That's
God.
because I'm coming too. Like I'm coming high this week too. Suny and Sasha, they did a foxtrot. They needed to do a redemption foxtrot after that shit that they did the first time. To what was it, Slave for You, where he was having her flipping the shit, doing the
Yeah.
stuff. What the fuck. But they did, and first off, Suny, this is what I wanted to see from her weeks ago. Because if she started performing like she performed this tonight, like week 2, week 3, there ain't no telling where she could have been right now. Like she could have been a whole different person right now. But
I would have been complaining that much.
that falls on who? Sasha. Because he is the pro. You're supposed to pull shit out of her. You're supposed to not necessarily, make her uncomfortable, and then allow her to find other places to fix those uncomfortable moments and kind of just make her grow as a person and as a dancer. And he has not done that to her. And she kind of did it herself. Like she finally found that switch this week and decided, hey, I want to start performing. And that's what she did. Like I felt like this is probably one of her best dances, if you ask me. But her frame, let's talk about that. Her frame was ugly. It was very saggy. And that comes down to Sasha. Like, you are her pro. You're supposed to be hounding that shit in on her. They need to go back to like what they used to do back in the day where they had that little bar.
Wait, hold on. Why were they dancing so fast?
That too.
Because everything they do is
Fast.
like it's the same. It's the same.
I
It's the
just
same.
remember, like, they were going so fucking fast.
That is true. Because I tweeted that. It
And
felt
then-
like it was fresh.
I was more mad about the compliments than her dance. She's like, you've improved so much, blah, blah, blah. Like, it's week fucking 9. She should improve. Like, I don't know. She's not getting a high score because she should have done that 8 weeks ago.
Honestly. And that's the thing. And what you said, the dance, Foxtrot is supposed to be flowy, it's supposed to be elegant, and it just looked like he was trying to throw in so much in the dance that it just looked rushed. Like it didn't flow at all.
It was rushed.
Yeah, it was bad. I'm sorry. She didn't improve. Now that
Like, where was the improvement?
That last Fox Festival was one of the worst ever. So of course this is like better than that. Because to me, that was the worst thing I've ever seen. Like, I'm sorry. That was horrible. But this wasn't no better. Her frame was bad. Her footwork, she was stumbling a little bit. I don't trust
I definitely saw that.
She don't need to be. Her performance was good. She had face. She was giving performance, but the dancing is still the same. There's been no improvement. She looks the same every week.
It's consistently bland and boring.
No, this in terms of her personality in this dance, that is the only improvement that I saw. Like she actually performed, and I saw her at least give something. Like she hasn't given shit for 8 weeks. This is the first time I've seen her actually put effort into performing the routine. The routine was trash. Like she did what she needed to. She tried to do what she needed to do, but the technique was not there, and it was not what they gave her as a score. So they got Carrie Ann's crackhead ass gave her a 10. Lynn gave her a 9, Bruno gave her a 9, and Derek gave her a 9. So they got 37 out of 40. What would y'all give that as a score?
I gave her a 7.
Bro.
Wait, who said 5?
Rose.
I say 6.
What you say, Lily?
I said I gave her a 7.
Oh, child, that's too generous.
What you say?
I said 6.
I said a 7 too with Lily. And then I just thinking about it now, like I should bump it up.
No, because she gave performance. To be fair,
Yeah,
I was just really happy that.
Okay, no. If you're gonna argue she gave performance, she was giving week 1 Olivia. So where was Olivia's point?
Well,
why we still at that moment?
I gotta give her some.
Why we bring? She was giving week 1 Olivia vibes. No, it's a little more sad.
She was giving face and energy. She was giving face and energy.
That was the only thing.
This is Olivia.
The face, the dance, nah. My opinion.
This is Olivia. While Val, her doing a sexy dance.
Yeah.
I'm like, girl, bye. Why is you looking like this? Bye.
I'm not even mentioning that.
Okay, next, Suni got a 7 to me in my eyes.
Okay, we're gonna move on. So next we got JoJo and Jenna doing the Argentine tango. The opening, Jenna. I'm just gonna give Jenna all her props right now because all the haters that don't like Jenna, never liked Jenna. I've been a fan of Jenna since she stepped foot on TV. So
now, Lily, what's that face?
And I have taste. I have taste. That girl has always had talent. That girl has always stepped on everybody else that she stepped on that floor with. And she's proven this season that she is that girl on this show. Like when you talk about choreographing a routine, she ain't missed once this entire season. She ain't missed not one time. And that choreography that she did for JoJo today was clear Argentine tango. I'm glad they got a good song to do that Argentine tango with, because doing the Britney Spears song, that was not an Argentine tango. So it's like, what are they gonna do with that? They finally got a good routine. The choreography was just creative. It was clever. I like the fact that they switched hold in between. I don't know if y'all saw that. Jenna went from being on the right side to being on the left side and kind of leading JoJo this time. So it pretty much, they're just changing shit up. And that's the thing where the other couples are still trying to tweak stuff and makes things look better. These two are already at that level that they now can play. And that's what she's doing. And that's what I want to see her do. JoJo ate that shit up though.
They tried to set them up because the music stopped too early.
Did it really?
They were still dancing when the music was off.
Really?
I don't know if it was, I'm just going to assume it wasn't JoJo and Jenna because they can't mess up. So it was the production.
It was.
I didn't know.
Because I saw that too. That music stopped. I was like, what the heck?
Like the music stopped and Jenna was like barely leaning back on the chair or whatever she was on.
I got to rewatch that because I didn't even notice that.
Yeah, I didn't notice it either.
Damn.
I was so like entranced into their movements. Okay, so as somebody that wasn't a Jenna fan, I'm gonna I'm gonna admit that I was wrong.
It was right.
For real. Okay, we're done. We're done here. No, but for real, Jenna, the fact that she really is that girl. Like I can't believe this. Damn, I don't want to be this girl, but she is. And
JoJo been that girl.
Right.
Bye. She just started being this girl this season. Now she ain't done
girl. Wait a minute now.
No, she been that girl because she put a ring on it.
Talk about it, Rose.
That's put a ring on. Put a ring on it, Rose.
She was that girl until she was about put a ring on it.
Olivia, come on, boy.
Like she got the titles to back it up. Like besides Daniella, I'll tell you this, going into just in the show's history, you look at the pros, the female pros, technically, Karina, number 1, she's untouchable. Number 2 is Daniella. Number 3 is Jenna. Them 3, I want to see them. I want to see them 3 dance with Gleb. I want to see them dance with Derek, and I want to see them dance with Mark. Those are the 3 males that can dance. And when I say like dance, I'm talking about technically. So yeah, I want to see that. But y'all got everything. Is that everything y'all need to say about that dance? Come on, speak.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm trying to look at
I was looking at these tweets.
Okay.
Score 11.
11.
Yeah, I said 12. But yeah, that was perfect. Perfect. So now we move on to my other favorite couple, our other favorite couple, Iman and Daniella. They were doing the tango. And you want to talk about setup? They tried to set him up because he could have like a redo dance that he could have done was like the jive, week 1 jive. Like, cause was he the only one that had like a ballroom dance?
I think so.
Besides Amanda, he was the only one that had a ballroom dance.
Yeah.
It's like you set him up. It's just like you tried to set him up. But I'm glad they had Derek as their mentor, because Derek gave them good pointers. And this dance was sexy, first of all. Like Daniella came straight out the gate, hot, fire. And then they had like they had a nice vibe going on. I'm like, okay, yes, this is what I want to see. And like JoJo and Jenna did, they took me in. I was in them the whole time. And then that little throw move that he did, he threw his camera at the end.
Yeah, I like that.
That was the best camera work that this show has done this season, because it kind of like she came this way and the way she was looking at the camera, and then it just followed her around. Daniella.
She can do no wrong in my eyes.
But enough.
Oh my god.
His frame though, his frame was so solid. Like it was so solid. His arms were straight up and aligned. He had her. I mean, like that. Perfect. I don't have nothing.
Even with the height difference, that was still good. Especially that frame.
Bad footwork either. That's the thing too. It's like you look at Cody, and that's a funny thing now, because you said them Cody fans be talking about he's the best male left in the show.
When there's only 2 though. So
but they were saying that shit when Jimmy was in the competition too. But
they sure was, and I had to get on their neck too.
Yeah, everybody's better than Cody.
I was like, y'all saying Cody better than Jimmy?
The men's was better than Cody, and I said
I agree with you. What else I got to say about it?
No, okay. I loved his performance in this.
What?
Rose, was you about to say something?
Oh, I said it was perfect.
Oh, I loved his performance in it, and this is the first time like they have good natural chemistry. But this was the first time I was like, oh,
like Tiana,
like it was like uncomfortable. I was like,
when Tiana watched this, Tiana gonna snatch her up. Tiana gonna snatch Daniella up and have some fun. Like, Daniella,
not by.
I said it at the beginning of the season. Daniella know how to rock with niggas. Like she know how to get down with the folks, the kin folk. Like she's perfect for niggas. Like they gotta stick her with a nigga every season. Like they got to. Like she does it just.
She knows how to work it.
We'll talk about that yay piece later on, but what else?
Oh yeah.
What you gotta say?
Nobody touching Daniella in the costume department.
Oh, yeah. She always be making sure that make her look good.
She always be looking.
Always looks good. Well, so they got from the judges. Oh yeah, and then what's it called? JoJo and Jenna got perfect score too, duh. But Ariane and Lynn gave them a 9, and Bruno, and Derek gave him a 10. Derek's the only one. He's the only judge tonight that I was agreeing with. Like the only one. That has a score. Rosen said perfect. So what's the score?
12.
12.
12.
I gave him a 9.
Oh, you say that's the same as Cody?
She didn't give Cody a 9.
I didn't give Cody a 9.
Oh no! Oh please! You just said 9. That's why I'm like.
Okay. If I gave JoJo a 10, I gotta give him a 9, just to be fair, because JoJo is like another level. So
I can see it. I agree. I can see that.
sorry.
Okay.
All right, so we move on to Amanda and Alan doing the tango. Their song sucks. Like, that song was trash. Like, why are y'all giving these like electronic techno like songs to the tango? That's what took me out of it, first of all. But her frame was good. Her neck, the way she had her neck and her shoulders were kind of like, that's Alan. Like, you need to pop them shoulders back and tell her to turn that neck like this and hold that bitch right there the whole time. And she ain't do that. But that was the only thing I didn't like about it besides the music. Y'all gonna make me slap the shit out of all three.
No, hold up a minute, because someone just told me that Iman and Daniella should have been eliminated, and I'm over here about to.
Why are you looking at Twitter? We doing a review. Are you trying
I got thoughts about Amanda, and I want to tread lightly because tonight was an emotional night for her. But
no, we don't got no sympathy.
Let's go. You're supposed to keeping it real. Y'all need to start opening your mouths. Talk.
She's boring, and she's not. She's very boring. That number was boring. When you were talking about it, I was like, I don't know what I liked about it because I don't remember it. So I don't know what transpired on that dance floor when she was on it. Like, I didn't even know the song was bad because I was just tuned out. Like, I don't know anything about that dance. That's pretty bad.
I literally don't remember it. I had to look at my tweets to see what I said, and I just said LMAO.
Yeah, I was more interested in their second dance rather than this first round. Like,
yeah, even we'll get to that.
Yeah,
we'll get to that. So, what's the scores?
5.
What?
I don't remember, so I'm gonna just put them in the middle.
Right.
I'll give her an 8.
I'll give her a 7.
I said a 9. It wasn't that damn bad.
He was the only one.
I literally don't remember it.
All right, so we're gonna move on. We gotta talk about that spotlight performance that Liz Imperial did, the choreographer. That shit was lit. I want to see. She needs to be the choreographer for like the opening numbers, group numbers that they do on the show. Cause Sister was giving them some like real hip hop urban moves mixed with some Latin. And I gotta shout out Britt, I gotta shout out Whitney, and I gotta shout out Stephanie, the one that ain't even on the show as a dancer. Ate that shit up. Ate it up. She needs to be on the show because you know her brother is Ezra.
Oh yeah.
The extra dancer.
I think they're gonna be pros next year. Because Lindsay, I think they're doing Lindsay.
I don't think he does, but his sister, she.
Oh yeah. I'm saying Lindsay is about to get. I don't think she's gonna come back next year. So
she don't need
to. She don't need to.
She don't need to. With her fucking annoying ass. I don't like her at all. Like she can't dance. First of all, like she's the worst dancer on this show. Like she's the worst one. She half-asses everything she does. She don't point her feet. Her legs are never straight. Don't even get me talking on that speech.
That big gummy ass smile.
Okay. And then her political views, I don't like that either. And then how stupid she is. And then her stupid ass family and with their MAGA ass. Like, nah.
Not the baby.
Fuck her too.
Oh no.
I'm about to kill today. It's all good though. Fuck her. It's that's just what it is.
Oh my God.
Stephanie, I would be very okay with her taking that spot. Stephanie need to come back and be a pro. Like she's better than her brother. She's better than Sophia. Put her on the show. She stole that number for me. If it wasn't for Whitney, she stole that shit. She stole it. And if y'all, the fans don't know who I'm talking about, the girl that was in the orange, ate it up. But let's talk about these second round dances. So Melora, and then this is how you know they set Melora up. Because she was not the first dancer tonight. So why is she going first in the first round? It's like they're trying to get her out of the way. So Melora and Artem, they're contemporary. They had probably the worst song of the second round. Like that contemporary, she did, and I said it on Twitter, she did everything she could have done and everything that she should have done in that, given the piece of choreography that she was given by Artem and then the song on top. The choreography, I was just not in it. Like, it was not good to me, and I couldn't get in the dance at all, and it wasn't anything that she did wrong.
It was that song choice, and I was over here like, how is this song classified as a contemporary? Like, nah, y'all said her because y'all want her out of here.
For real. That was bad. Artem, sweetie, let's work on the choreography for contemporaries or get somebody to do it because that was horrible. Now, they was doing
Artem and contemporaries don't go together.
Yeah, it was very
he typically does good contemporaries. Like, because if you go look at the ones at him, because when him and you Rose,
and Jenna.
When him and Jenna were in Truth together, they always did. But maybe Jenna was the one doing
it. Yeah. Jenna was the one choreo. Come on now. This transpire. Yeah, they set Melora up. My thing is though, they didn't critique her and they kept giving her nines. So where do we go from here? If you're not gonna critique her, why give her a perfect score?
Okay, because they gave her nines. Like, what the fuck? Like, even though I gave her a 9.
Derek was literally saying goodbye to her as he was. He was like, "Yeah, it's been great."
Yeah, he did say he was talking. Yeah, that's how you knew she was going home. He was like, "I want to thank you for everything you brought here. I feel like you celebrated dance the whole time you were here." I'm like, Derek, just tell her she going home. Shit, like, because that's basically what you did. But damn,
Melora deserved better. Bye.
So, what was y'all scores for her?
I gave her a 9.
Well,
8.
I said a 9. Rose is back. This is Rose.
Rose said she don't care.
So we move on to Blubberbutt and Blubberbutt. Cody and Cheryl doing their Argentine tango. And this is typically Cheryl's dance. And I'll give her this. The choreography was great. That's probably the best choreography she's done all season. Y'all with y'all's dead faces. But it was the best choreography she's done all season.
Oh, it was.
Yeah. Apart from the beginning solo silhouette that he did, wasn't nothing else for me.
He won the bag with that.
He looked bad too. They both look bad.
Cheryl.
Now you know.
Time to pack it up. It's time to pack it up.
I didn't think Cheryl looked that bad on this dance. Now the salsa was bad, but I thought she looked okay.
She looked bad, but you don't think she looked that bad because she was next to Cody.
Yeah. So right, exactly.
This was definitely the best she's danced all season. Like, I feel like Cheryl has dancing.
It just means, but Cody can mess it up for her, and I'm just
all the way in week 9 when she should have went home with her COVID. Bye.
With her COVID.
Rose said weeks ago they should have left when they got COVID, but it's not Cody though. Cody is not, and the thing is with Cody, I feel like if he had Emma or if he had Britt, they would have tightened him up by now. And they can't even use the whole we was out for what, 1 week, a week and a half because of COVID and shit, and we done got behind with training. You've been on the show for 9 weeks. Like,
somehow you've been on here longer than you were supposed to be.
So, Cheryl, what are you doing? Like, she hasn't been in there. Like, I'm dead serious. Like, what the fuck is she doing? Like, do they get in practice and just sit around and laugh all day and eat chips? Like, what are y'all doing? Like, he's not tight. He's a past dancer. There's no reason why. And essentially, she's got the ringer of the males this season. Hold up, we got 10 minutes. Damn, we've been talking that long. Hold on. Stay where y'all at. Okay. But enough of me ranting, because I was going off. But go ahead. Somebody take the floor. Cody and Cheryl's Argentine tango.
It was better than his salsa.
Mm-hmm. That's it. I know y'all got more energy like me. Shit, piss me off.
It was better than the salsa. That's all I'm gonna say. Because I really don't.
It's like I don't have any emotions towards him, and he's gonna keep like. Well, now it's the finals. Like we saw this coming. Like we can't get rid of him. So it's whatever.
It's at the point now where I'm scared that he might win.
Oh Lord,
Bro,
please don't bring.
no,
I have
gonna-
season
he's
27
gonna-
flashbacks, and I don't want
yeah,
that.
it's giving Bobby as the winner.
Lord,
Oh
let me
my
rejoin my computer. Hold up, because
No, I think
Lord.
it's gonna be JoJo, Cody,
I think
Iman.
he's third. I think he's third.
We'll get to
at
that
best.
then. But what's the scores? What would y'all give that as a score?
6.
3.
I think I gave that a shit. What did I give it? A 7?
I'll give it a 4.
Rose said a 3. What did I
Actually,
say?
shit, I don't even remember what I gave. I said 5. Fuck it.
I said a 7.
Oh,
Who all
Who the
American?
fuck
Who's
is that?
watching All American?
I know. I'm like, who the fuck? But
that's funny.
they ended up getting straight 9s across the board, 36 out of 40. So now we move on to Suny and Sasha. They was doing a contemporary. This in terms of just like her fully committing to a dance, like physically and emotionally, I could see her trying to get there emotionally. She ain't all the way get there. Cause I'm like, come on, like give me some more. This was probably her best moment this season. Choreography, Lynn was on his head and said exactly what the fuck he needed to. Like that nigga was not doing. He said, I mean, I feel like you just did the same shit. You just
Run away, come back.
like he was clocking. Like that's Sasha's fault.
Yes.
Like, fire that nigga. Like
this was the one that I was actually agreeing with Len at the time, and I was like, "Oh my god, what have I become?"
he gotta
He
go.
was right. This is ridiculous at this point. Thank God that we don't got to see a freestyle from him.
Oh,
So,
thank
at the end of the day, that's all I'm gonna say. Thank you for that. But where was this? Once again, I find myself asking myself, where was this encouragement for Simone? Like the way they babied Suny this whole entire season was
Let's talk
quite
about it.
literally just nasty. Like, what did she deserve over Simone to get the empathy and the no? I'm not feeling it. It's messing with my spirit. I haven't liked it. That's why I've been bullying her on Twitter. Sorry, Suny. It's just I just don't feel comfortable.
You and Rose have been bullying her.
I don't
I don't
comfortable with the
bully.
lack of-
Rose wasn't on Twitter bullying. Rose be talking.
I'm gonna embrace the fact that I have trashed her every week, and it's because it is. Like, I'm sorry, you don't get a pass because Simone didn't.
Just screaming.
I'm telling you, but I mean, in terms for her, it was a good dance for her. So, what was y'all scores?
Yeah.
4.
Oh, God.
I gave it a 9. She carried the dance. So good for her. She carried the dance.
I gave it a 9 because I mean, I feel like I have to give her that because she finally
Give her the credit, but not Sasha.
I was just looking for her to give me something all season. Just give me something, because we week 9. Like, bro, give me.
I also agree with the 9.
I mean, when she did her leaks,
gave that. Yeah, she did everything. He was just
I don't know what Rose was getting on for.
She was doing her leaps and shit. Like she was hitting over splits. Like her feet were pointed. I was like, okay, I got to give you this. But
it's too late, so she got points docked.
Huh?
What you give her?
I would have gave her 8, but she got a 4
for
making me wait 9 weeks.
Now she got a 4.
It's that, but the opening part was what pissed me off though, is how she was on the floor and I thought she's gonna like roll out of it, but why she gotta do the head flip over? I'm like, come on, Sasha, be creative. Damn, like
9 weeks and I've seen flips. Get up.
Yeah. And this leads us into probably the best dance that I've seen on the show. It's easily in my top 10 for this show's history. JoJo and Jenna doing their contemporary. This was a clinic. Like, and it's funny too that they gave like almost all the couples contemporary and like stuck Jenna and JoJo in the middle, so they can show them what's really contemporary. That was something that you would see like on a competition floor, like competing for some real competition awards. Like that was JoJo, and it's good to see her do this too. Because if you watch her on Dance Moms, JoJo was not the technical dancer. Like she was just the entertainer, and she was right there with Jenna the whole time. Like Jenna is getting an Emmy. I'm saying it right now. putting it out there in the universe. That's hers. It's perfect.
Oh, true. Oh my God, no, that like
Perfect.
Huh?
that. Oh,
Top tier level dancing right there.
oh, like that made me like somebody tweeted it made me miss so you can dance. And I was like, same, because it was like that was like the type of contemporary you would see on that show, and like they're side by side, and it's like actual real dancing because this show, like, of course, like most of the celebrities, they can't do the stuff JoJo does, but it's just nice to see that because it's like, wow, like that's like real dancing, and like it was also real emotion. It was just like, yeah, she's gonna win. She has to win because like she's one of the, like, if not the best person on this show, she's more like top two.
Mm-hmm. And that's the thing too, because as y'all know how I feel about the styles and stuff being on the show. Because for me, when we found out about the styles and what they were gonna be doing this week, I was initially pissed off because I'm like, I don't want to see the contemporary and the jazzes take over for the Latin dances that haven't been done on the show. Because we had a bunch of ballroom dances this entire season. Like, we didn't get to see Iman do a fucking samba or a salsa. We didn't get to see JoJo do a samba. Like, I wanted to see that before a contemporary, because they could have done a contemporary for a freestyle.
Yeah.
But I wasn't happy about it. But when Jenna does a contemporary dance, I'm excited, and especially considering the fact that she got JoJo as her partner, I knew that shit was gonna slap. Like, I knew it would. But what was y'all scores?
20.
Maybe need to ask.
100. No.
Yep. Perfect. And that's what they got, a perfect score. So they 40 for 40, or 80 for 80, actually. Perfect scores. So then we move on to Iman and Daniella doing their jazz to Yay. That's Rose's dude.
You know I fuck with Yay.
Can we talk about them lips though? Because
Oh my God.
Woo!
She ain't got no fear. Like, Daniella don't. She ain't scared. Like, she ain't scared.
Right, have them lips.
Wait, before we get into it, Lynn better count his fucking days.
Oh, please. And Bruno.
Yeah, Lynn and Bruno were kind of forcing it. It's just like, okay,
Like,
you looking
hello?
for things.
But Bruno
reason to get dragged.
Bruno been on that bullshit with Iman this season too, though. He been like kind of slide behind the scenes. He been underscoring Iman too. Like,
yeah.
Carrie Ann,
just take out more of the egg on Lynn.
Carrie Ann been kind of overscoring him sometimes.
Yeah.
Horny and
She really
she wanted to fuck, but
well,
that's where she be at. But Derek will give the good scores too, because Derek can appreciate the entertainment. Bruno was on that slick shit.
Bruno was over there commenting like he wanted to fuck, and then gave him a 9. Like,
right, like I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? What stumble did you see that I didn't see? No stumble right there. That was perfection for me.
I didn't really see anything. I think it was reaching.
I don't think I saw one either, but I mean,
it was her. I think they were talking about when he went her leg and then she went back. It seemed awkward, but I think that was supposed to be the movement. I thought it was.
That's what I thought.
Kind of like that contemporary, that ending lift cycle that they did.
Yeah,
it looked like it could have been sloppy, but I feel like that was purposely done.
Right, and it looked like
that's what I'm saying. I feel like
that's how I saw the 10 there. So I was like, y'all want to give it a 9 now? What the heck is wrong with y'all?
That was great. Once again, a moment. They create moments on this show, and that's why that's why I wouldn't be surprised. Like, JoJo deserves to win, but I wouldn't be surprised if he won, because he has the most like memorable, like the dances that you would like. If you can't dance, you'd be like, oh my God, you see him doing something, and like
I
that inspires you.
Him or JoJo winning, I wouldn't be mad.
That's top.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
We'll get on that prediction at the end, though. We're gonna say that for later. But, scores. What would y'all give it as a score?
10.
10.
Yeah, 10. But they got a 10, a 9 from Lynn, a 10 from Derek.
What the heck was that?
Somebody's alarm. Then we move on to what y'all like. Amanda and Alan doing their contemporary, and I knew this was gonna be emotional for her. Honoring her late husband that passed in July due to COVID, which is hard. I know that's fucking hard. But in terms of the contemporary dance, I felt her emotion. I felt her the entire dance. Probably the first time that I've really been kind of in a trance watching her. But in terms of contemporary choreography, do you want me to talk about it?
Go ahead.
I can be Debbie Downer on a possible like super emotional moment. It wasn't contemporary, like, and even if it was like a little bit contemporary, it wasn't
that much contemporary.
It wasn't anything profound. It wasn't anything the choreography was not a 10. Her emotional execution was a 10. Her giving herself some dance was a 10. Like she did a couple things that I typically on paper seeing Amanda as a rocket, her legs should be straighter, her feet should be pointed a lot more, and that's not what they were. Like I was seeing a little bit of flaws in that dance that I didn't think I was gonna see. I felt like this is gonna be the dance where she's like perfect right at home. But she did what she needed to do. So I mean, I can't knock her down with that. But what y'all gotta say?
I agree with basically everything. The emotion was there, but I just didn't feel like that was a full-on perfect contemporary. Like there was some things that I thought I played here and there, but I was like, I'm not gonna be that person because this is emotional for her. But
you already know what I said.
Yeah, we
that I can't say on camera.
Well, I mean, well, this you can say it.
No,
you go ahead and say it. I mean, we already saying
it. I'm gonna sit this one out.
What's scores?
I wanted to like it more than I actually liked it, but I'm gonna give her a 9.
Rose.
7.
That's the highest score besides the two that we wanted to give good scores to. Kid?
I said 8.
I said a 10.
No, Lord, we all over the place.
I said a 10. I had to give her a 10.
Yeah.
I mean, I felt her. But the elimination. Here we motherfucking go. Y'all saw our reactions. Now you get to hear what we say after the fact.
Lord, get Lily the tissues.
It's bullshit. Like, how does she go home over fucking Cody? It's like they kind of.
That's what I want to know. The first 2 people who were called safe, I was fine with that.
That's tough.
But then when they called him, I was like, what the? I was like, did they make a mistake?
The Peloton community can really just. I actually hate you guys. Hey, hi Peloton community. I hate you. Stop voting for him.
Wherever y'all at, please stop.
Wait, who is the 4th person?
Amanda.
Yeah, Amanda.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because she
this finale is about to be 8 and then boring. Like there's 2 extremes.
This is what I think.
It's half and half. I have 2 of my faves and 2 people I don't really care for.
I really think Cody's gonna get second because half of them aren't gonna vote for a black person. The rest aren't gonna vote for JoJo because of her sexuality, and Amanda's trash. So Cody's
probably not gonna vote JoJo because of that and the fact that she's an experienced dancer.
But people are more. I feel like.
Well, to me,
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And they do not want to give the first same-sex parent away. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, exactly.
I feel like Iman could win because the white people do like him. Like it's weird. They like him.
I want that or JoJo. I don't care.
Hold on.
Off topic.
Okay, we're gonna revisit this. So top 3 tonight. What was y'all's top 3 dances of the night? I'll start while y'all think.
Are we basing it off overall or are we going by rounds?
Overall. And I'll start while y'all can think. My top 3, number 1 was JoJo and Jenna's Contemporary. Number 2 was Iman and Daniella's Tango. Number 3 was JoJo and Jenna's Argentine Tango. Who's ready?
Okay. I'll say number 1 was JoJo and Jenna's Contemporary. Number 2 was the Argentine Tango, and number 3 is Iman and Daniella's Jazz.
Okay.
I say number 1, JoJo and Jenna's contemporary. Number 2, Iman and Daniella's jazz. Number 3, JoJo and Jenna's Argentine tango.
Okay. JoJo and Jenna contemporary, and then both of Iman and Daniella stanzas.
Okay. Bottom 3 dances of the night. My bottom 3, Cody and Cheryl salsa was the worst one of the night. Next would have been Cody and Cheryl's Argentine tango. Next, and third, my third worst would be Suny and Sasha's foxtrot.
Same.
Yeah, same.
Same.
Okay. All right, now that we done got to them predictions, okay, what we're gonna predict, what we're gonna do now is we're gonna rank how we think the top placements are gonna be 4th to 1st, and then we're gonna do which ones we want and how we want them to be placed. So I'll start. How I think it's gonna go. I think 4th is gonna be Amanda and Alan. 3rd, I think it's going to be Cody and Cheryl. 2nd, I think is going to be. 2nd, I think is gonna be. Oh shit! It's gonna come down to the freestyle and whose is gonna hit that much harder. And I think. Oh, I don't know. I think this can go either way, really.
Well, you have to remember what we said about Junie and Tiana in the freestyle.
If that happens, Iman is top. JoJo,
yeah.
What y'all think?
I think 4th Amanda, 3rd Iman, 2nd Cody, 1st Jenna or JoJo. I'm just thinking the wildest shit. I just think the wildest shit.
Well, that could actually I think that's the same list you just said.
It's so close.
Yeah, but
that's like close. How it goes.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know exactly because it's been so close. We really truly don't know. Because Cody and Iman both haven't been in the bottom ever.
And the fact that, and it's like, because Iman is understandable as to why he's not touched the bottom. Cody, I don't understand how he has not hit the bottom. He sucks. He sucks, first of all. He's not, he's a likable person. I don't like him as a dancer. I think he's a great person. Nobody gets his, I don't hate him as a person. They're gonna cook that mess. I don't hate him as a great person. As an entertainer, he's not there. Like, he's boring. Like, what are you voting for?
Yeah, he is boring. Like, and I think they're making it worse though. If they continue to give him 9s and 7s, just like if you score him true to what his abilities are, we wouldn't have this mess. Because
and out of the finalists right now, he's the only one who don't got a perfect score out of all the finalists.
Mm-hmm. He also hasn't had his sob story yet. And I already know they're about to pull that Monday night.
They gonna pull it out there.
Oh, I thought he had a sob story.
Like,
no, it's a sob story.
Well, not like a sob story, but like I thought like when he was talking about his boyfriend stuff, I thought that was like progressive.
Why are you doing
that? Oh no.
Back and forth.
I thought that was cute. That's the only package I remember of him. Is him dedicating the dance to his boyfriend. I don't remember no other packages, but sure.
So how we want it to go, I think we probably all gonna be on the same page. I want it to go 4th Cody, 3rd Amanda, 2nd, and this is what I told my mom this too earlier.
The second and first placements are going to be interchangeable because who knows how that can go.
The entire season up until tonight, wanting Iman to win. But after JoJo and Jenna tonight, I feel like it would be so unfair for them not to win. I feel like it would be so unfair for them not to win. So I want JoJo to win and I want Iman to come second. But I will not be mad.
I wouldn't be mad.
And I will not be mad because
I low-key kind of want Iman to win just because.
Right, I low-key do too.
No, because I love Jenna. I love JoJo and Jenna, and I want them. I want them to win like on the technical side, but then I'm just like, okay, but like you knew from jump that she was gonna be great. Iman coming out
here, the underdog. That's what I'm saying.
Like I just feel like it's the journey.
Yes, but I gotta say this too though, because most people that come in like she does with that already just facility, they don't really grow as a person on the show. She's grown a lot as a person on the show. You want to know why I say this? JoJo, for the longest, I've always said she is too old to be walking around with them bows in her hair. She has not had a bow in her hair since week 1. She's great. She's had her hair down. When did she ever not have her hair in that ponytail? She's had her hair down. She's let her guard down.
Got her nails done.
She's got her nails done. She out here. She's transformed into like a
yeah.
I feel
she definitely deserves to win.
I feel like she's gonna go off the show and do, because she came on the show as like a kid's star. I feel like she can go off the show and kind of do like a Zendaya has, kind of like branch off from doing like the Nickelodeon shit and now really doing some adult shit. Like you're 18 years old, you're about to be you are a grown woman at this point. Like you would be in college right now if you weren't who you were. You're a grown woman now, and I feel like she's grown a lot, and I've enjoyed watching her journey as well. Like most people, because me, I want to see good dancing, but most people's journeys, whenever they come on the show and are already good, it gets boring. But it's just like, yeah, I'm glad you're producing good dances, but like whatever. She's had a journey. She's had a journey, and Jenna, and I say the reason why I really want her to win too. Jenna she's worked her ass off. She's put a caliber of routines. Each one from week 1 till now, each one of them she enters in as an Emmy, she should win. Like she should win. Like her caliber of work that she's done this season, because that's pushed her, having JoJo as a partner, it's pushed her to make herself do that much more. Because like I say, if you got a ringer, like you look at her and you look at Alan's gotten eaten up by the fact that he's got a ringer. She's risen to the occasion and pushed herself more. And that's why I feel like they should win too. It's a hard decision though, because I can see it going either way. But
yeah, it depends on. I have to see freestyle.
It depends on the freestyle.
That might change my mind. That might change my mind.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just waiting to see JoJo and Jenna courtside.
I know. At the crib, you know, Val likes to claim ball is life, and he know what basketball is, and you know how to dribble a basketball, and like
yeah, in a nosebleed
scrimmage, trying to act like you know what's going on. Like, sit your ass down, JoJo. JoJo and Jenna.
Please, I swear to God, if you actually met Val in person, you'll probably say all this stuff next to his face.
Rose, I'm gonna fly out to LA, and me and Rose gonna go sit at that game, and we're gonna talk shit. All right, folks. We got one more week of this bullshit. I'm gonna need more energy out of
there's twice. We're filming twice next week.
Is it 2 shows?
It's only 2 shows. Oh, nah. Can we just wrap it up in one episode?
No, I feel like they're gonna drag it out. Wouldn't they do like a Christmas theme or something?
Probably.
They ain't got that budget no more. I think it's just one. I think it's just one.
It's just one night. It's just one night.
Yeah.
Because it's not with the fusions no more. It's just one dance style and the freestyle.
Yeah.
Okay. Good.
And not with the whole fusion master.
Oh, thank you. Nice. Only 2 dances.
All right. Well, check y'all later. Thanks to the folks that comment and share our videos and like it up, because y'all be rocking with us in our craziness. But I ain't want to tell y'all to follow, shout your Twitters and your Instagrams out, because that's going to be in the info box. You already know the drill. We'll see y'all back next week one more time. Peace.
Bye.
Peace out.